Now the SUV is one of the most popular types of cars in India, and launched in 2012, the Duster has far been one of the most favorite of the Indian audiences. Now, in recent years, of course, the likes of the Hyundai Creta have come and really shook up that market, making Duster a little irrelevant. And so, to stay relevant and updated, Renault has now launched this, the new Duster. But the most important part of this car is not the way it looks in the exterior or the interior. It is the new automatic transmission. So let's tackle that first. Let's go have a look at the engine and the transmission. So let's start with some technical specifications on this engine. A 1.5 litre with 110 PS of peak power and 248 Nm of peak torque. And earlier it was available only with the 6-speed manual. Now you get the 6-speed AMT. And Renault has tuned the AMT unit really well to respond to both throttle response and pedal position, and either it shifts earlier if you're driving sedately, or if you're driving more aggressively, it can shift a lot later and hold the revs a lot higher. Now, there is a slight delay between shifts, but for an AMT gearbox, this is pretty much the best we've driven so far. Now, fuel efficiency is something that's really important to you. You also get an eco mode switch down there, which makes the gearbox shift at 3000 RPM. Now, we found the eco mode really comfortable because all the jerks and lags in the gear shift are almost eliminated. Now, one of the biggest complaints that most customers had about the Duster was the fact that the clutch was really hard, and the Duster did get a little tiring to drive after a while. The AMT basically just eliminates that whole problem. Now, since we're already behind the wheel of the new Duster, let's tell you how well it drives and handles. In terms of ride quality, it is definitely the benchmark in the segment. Through potholes, speed breakers, bumps, undulated roads, whatever you want, the Duster pretty much takes everything really well. And it handles really well too. In fact, both on highways and in city roads, the Duster feels really well planted. Brakes, on the other hand, are still a little weak, like the old Duster, and have a spongy feel to it. Now, although you do get ABS, we think Renault could have definitely gone with the rear disc setup at the back, making the brake performance a lot better. So now that we've talked about the way the Duster drives and all the mechanical bits, let's pull over and take a look at what's new on the exterior and interior front. Now, we know that the new Duster doesn't really look that much different from what it was before, but this twin slat new chrome grille really makes it look a lot more SUV-like. The new headlamps are great and look very modern with different subsections. Apart from that, you do get updated bumpers with a silver skid plate and this new orange color, which we think looks really cool. Now, on the side, what you do get in the updated version are these new roof rails and a new set of black wheels. Now, although some might find these wheels nice and attractive, we think a slightly different design or a slightly larger size would have gone a long way in making Duster look a lot better. In fact, as someone pointed out, these actually look like the ones you get on little dinky cars or Hot Wheels in the past. Around the back, you get a new set of tail lights with a great lighting pattern and a similar silver skid plate like on the front bumper. Now, in terms of basic form, the Duster's dashboard has pretty much stayed the same. Well, you do get a little logo here which is embossed, and a new center console which has been finished in a gloss black with these brushed aluminum flanks. The screen itself has been moved a little lower to accommodate the new AC vents and the lock and unlock and hazard switch here. The problem with that is if you have your navigation on and you're driving, it is a little difficult to look into the screen because it is so low. You also get an updated climate control system which was missing in the last Duster. And finally, Renault has heard all your complaints and moved the controls, the electronic controls for the outside mirrors from where they were below the handbrake here to the doors. Now, although the new Duster is a lot fresher than what it used to be, when it comes to overall look and feel, the Creta is still much better. And in some places, the quality of the plastics and the fit and finish is a little debatable. Now, the original Duster did have a slight problem with leg space, and as you can see here, that has been sorted with new seats. The problem of the front seats rocking though has not gone yet, and they still rock and shake around when they're on their lowest height setting. We are also surprised that even on the top-of-the-line version like this, Renault has decided to skip on the rear AC vents, which in a country like India we think are absolutely essential. The Duster does get a large boot that easily takes a couple of suitcases and also a few storage spaces scattered around. But these cup holders just ahead of the gear shifter are very badly placed, making them nearly useless if you have a larger beverage or a bottle to place. Now the Duster is a car that we've always liked, and we definitely think that this new version makes it a lot better. Now, there are niggles that need to be sorted out, and even though it drives and handles better than everything else in this segment, the interior is just not up to par. Well, we know that the likes of the Creta is a little more expensive than the Duster is, but is the extra price justified? Well, that's a question for another day and another video, and for that, you need to stay tuned to ZigWheels.com.